Mostly like, what are you doing behind that? So
double gas.
And that's quite early.
Quite early with the Starry, but then there's the Robo. Never mind.
What if it's a total fake out, Jeff?
Yeah. Well, that's the funny thing about Speed Overload, though. Right? Like, you're going to see everything.
Yep.
You can't stop that. And that's why it's actually one of the best upgrades, in my opinion, in the game. Not every Zerg does this, but when you get Speed, even with the Stalker, you can't stop it. It sees absolutely everything.
Roach Warren already being thrown down by Saro. He spots the robotics facility, he spots the Twilight Council as well. Sport Crawl is a little bit late. I don't know how high the Queen count is everywhere.
Perfect, Roddy.
Yes.
Always perfect.
Well, if he goes straight to the main, is it though, Jeff?
Is it though?
Is it though?
He's going to show up here.
No, he's going to get a couple.
Get a couple. Just a cheeky couple of drones.
Just a couple.
Signature mana, little miss micro there. Just a little bit, but 2 is okay.
Maybe a little bit of nerves as well, right? A couple of these finals jitters. It's like, I would like to get an extra drone, but what if I lose my Oracle here? That would be a terrible way to start game number 2. Now,
I feel like ironically, you have more nerves if you win that first game too, which I think is kind of funny, but usually true.
Especially if you're maybe a big underdog, which obviously Mana already said in his interviews he is as well, and everyone sees it like that. If you're winning your first game, you're like, oh my goodness, am I gonna do this? You're gonna have start conversations with yourself. It's like, I wonder what everyone will think about me if I take out Saro, and then you blink twice and you're down 4-1.
It's actually true. It can happen that way. So there is that third Nexus. This is the harder one to hold later, but I do like what we see from Mana. He is actually just gonna go for that kind of standard Warp Prism, and I want to throw it to you, Roddy, because you were saying, and they were saying at the table too, like if you just kind of do the basic stuff, do you really have a hope of beating Cyril? Can it work out that way?
Maybe, I don't know, it's a tough question. On the one hand, you don't want to do too many silly builds, right? Because then if you make a silly build and you lose, you're like, damn, I actually kind of like this map. Why did I go for that build? Maybe on your worst map, I agree with you, throw a curveball, do something weird. But there's a good chance that Mana looks at this base, or this map, and it's like, I actually don't hate it that much. Let me just play normal one more time. I feel I got unlucky on Acid Plant, and if it's a disaster again, well, then let's bring out the big book of Protoss cheese and let's get a little funky.
I agree with you, and that is one of the eternally difficult questions of StarCraft, is making that choice. Even this is scouted immediately, by the way, and we've seen this timing attack out from Mana in the past, and it's a really cool one. But one of the uniquely difficult things about Cyril is he kind of adapts and evolves as the series goes. So if you do the same build multiple times, he gets better about it inside the series.
This is a little bit scary though. Charge is not totally done yet. A couple of Hydras are out, but you know how it goes. If Charge does finish up, Zealots get on top of it. Cyril is not actually very worried about this at all. He's like, no, you know what? Those Zealots don't have Charge yet. Let's just take this fight. And he's going to try to focus down that Prism as well. Obviously, that's not...
it's brilliant. You can't warp in units if you're being chased by the entire Zerg army, right?
Cyril has been producing a lot of units on a relatively low economy. It's really important for Mana that he doesn't end up losing his Archons here. Losing the Zealots is very acceptable. Don't lose the Archons, but Cyril is going to go back into droning at this point. He's like, you know, I'm fine. I don't have to worry too much about this Prism.
And whose money is it that slips in that time, by the way? It's going to be Mana every time, right? Like, look, you can just kind of see it for yourselves at home, guys. I'm not just blowing smoke. But in that time, Cyril managed himself very well, and it's Mana that kind of slips. So we're going to have to see. If more of that's coming out. And here is the Speed Overseer, by the way, scouting everything. That's the other benefit of that upgrade. Overseers have the NOS button. They just kind of fly right through the base like, I see everything.
With that Bailing Nest as well, that's kind of funny. So we're gonna go for some good old Hydra Bane with Storm on the way. Storm is obviously the upgrade you really do want to get here if you're Mana. If you just sit on 3 bases for a little while, the scary thing is that eventually Cyril's like, all right, that means 82 drones, and then I'm gonna take all the bases, and then everything.
Who's dragging people around?
I have no idea. Oh, alright. Guess that works. OGM, how are you, brother? You got a mic? Rostral, go ahead and invite me. Go ahead and get some armories linked here.
Come back to my computer. I'm just gonna give you like I'm gonna give you assist and you do stuff, okay?
Well, I need to do something, but I'm linking you armories right now, so.
Stop blinking me armies. I'm literally gonna give you assist and then walk away from my computer. So
Well, okay, I guess we're not playing.
dude,
What? Oh, okay. Can you face to me? I mean, run and face to me, so you can test the. Come. Move towards me. Move. Did I not what? Oh. Oh, it's so good. I need to get used to it. No, it's not. But I can like, I mean, can you I can like try to interrupt. It's like a low chance. But I can kick a cast maybe sometimes. I don't know.
Hey, brother. How you doing, my man? I got you covered. How do you spell your server name so I can get you in this group? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. Then I guess we can probably just review rogue stuff before we queue, if you want. Well, let me see. Let's see. Well, let me ask you this. When the team didn't have an HH Paladin, how was your output? Mm-hmm. 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 Right, exactly. So, It is. So you have to look at it like this. If you're not team fighting, you're ninjaing. If you're not ninjaing and team fighting, then you're killing an FC, right? So basically you can categorize rogue gameplay into two subsections: objective and team fight. Killing an FC falls under the objective in RBGs, okay? Because the objective is obviously in a flag map to kill the FC. There are no nodes to cap or ninja. Vice versa, in a team fight scenario, you're going to be out in the open and you're going to be fandom knivesing people and doing all of that stuff. Now, here's the thing. You can get away with going your optimal team fight build, and it will not affect your potential to ninja a node or kill an FC. Okay? Does that make sense? So if you're ever forced into a situation where you need to team fight on an FC map, which happens sometimes, or where you need to team fight on an Arathi Basin, or you need to team fight on a Gilneas. Well, look at the other talent choice. What's your other talent choice? Poison Bomb doesn't do that. Poison Bomb is easily mitigated because of mobility, right? He's never going to be in one place for more than a few seconds. It's kind of pointless to have. Yeah, it's not good, and it's all... see, if you're playing your class correctly, the odds of you actually laying down a poison bomb during a stun sequence is very, very low. And it's not damage that you can call on demand, right? It's all RNG. Whereas if you want to hit an FC, and this is something that I didn't explain to you earlier, but if you want to hit an FC, you can allow all of your hidden blades to stack, right? Up to 200% increased damage on your Fan of Knives, and then on your go, you have an instant damage ability that actually does damage equivalent to your poison bomb to a high stack FC. And it's not RNG, it's all on demand, right? And there's no chance of him being able to leap out of it if it does proc, which happens a lot. So that's why we run hidden blades on FC maps. At least good rogues do. Most good rogues will run hidden blades on an FC map. Now, in a team fight situation, then yes, you're spamming Fan of Knives more. But of course, in an FC situation, then yeah, you want those stacks to build up to 20, and then you get the max output possible. Now, RBGs are a team game. You're not going to do anything with internal bleeding. I'm just being real with you. You're not going to do much with internal bleeding at all. What you do want is the damage increase 5%, not just on your abilities, but on your entire team's abilities, tunneling into that FC. Well, I mean, you're asking for my help, right? So there's not much I can do beyond like tell you the truth, right? This isn't meant to be a coaching thing. It's meant for me to get you your wins, basically. And I can do that. I can just get you your wins. Like, I'm not getting anything extra for teaching you how to play your class, right? So anything I'm telling you is just the truth. I wouldn't bullshit you, and I definitely have the experience to back up what I'm telling you. But you can take it with a grain of salt. I don't really give a shit at the end of the day. But with that being said, you asking me for help and me offering it, you know, it's a two-way streak. You can question it, sure, but obviously whatever you were doing before isn't working, or else you wouldn't be buying a carry, right? Precisely. Yeah. I don't mean to come off as an arrogant prick here, but you know, it seems to me like maybe you're questioning the advice that I'm trying to give you. Again, this is for free. I'm not getting anything extra out of this, so you know. Yeah. Exactly. Nothing changes. Absolutely nothing changes. There's no talent you can take in the assassination tree that will make your ability to ninja easier. There's no talent you can take in the assassination tree that will make your ability to defend a base easier. Right? So right. Right. Because you ran into his mom. Mm-hmm. Right. So if you're getting shadowy dueled, the best way to mitigate that, and again, you probably were missing a guy named Tub Shark because he's the only idiot who runs shadowy duel nowadays. His name is Node Burglar. Actually, I'm not sure what his name is on fucking
Toxic
hard
Tub.
side. Is it Toxic Tub? Yeah, probably. Yeah, because he's the only dumbass who would ever actually shadowy duel a rogue. It's good in some situations, but it's useless against a rogue. When you're shadowy dueled, you can actually spin your node still by using, and here's the irony in that situation, Fan of Knives. Yeah, so, yeah, yeah. And also, keep this in mind, you should never be getting sapped out. Rogues that get sapped out misposition themselves or they go too close to the bomb. Bombs last 5 seconds. Now, a smart rogue is going to allow whoever's capping the node to start capping first. So they're going to delay their actual bomb by about a second or a second and a half, and then they're going to drop their bomb. So to you, on your end of the screen, it's going to look like they started capping simultaneously, right? And you're going to think that you can blind into that smoke bomb. That's just not the case. Your first instinct would be to wait for the bomb to run out, to walk away. Huh? Well, no, if they have two there, right? If they have two there, what the smart rogue is going to do is he's going to wait for the druid to start capping for about a second or two, and then he's going to drop his bomb, meaning you cannot toss a blind into it. Does that make sense? So for the last 5 seconds of the cap, he's going to be obscured to your vision. Now, if you go into the bomb, one of two things is going to happen. You're going to either get sapped out, which I'm assuming happened, or a really smart rogue is going to wait for you to sap the person capping. Okay? Now, this is why having something like Flying Daggers is so important, because it serves two purposes. I want you to read Flying Daggers and just read it back to me. Right. That's huge. That's massive. So most rogues are going to go into that bomb, and they're going to sap, and then they're going to immediately run away. But with that 50% increase, all the rogue that's assisting in the ninja needs to do to you is immediately Fan of Knives once that sap hits, and you will 9 times out of 10 be knocked out of stealth, even if you have sprint up. And that's because of the increased range from flying daggers. You're going to get knocked out. Once he has you knocked out, all he needs to do is vendetta you, and you're no longer able to stealth. You can no longer stealth. He has you by the balls. So he can step you, stun you, and then blind you. And that's how he's going to get the node 9 times out of 10. Now, flying daggers works 2 ways. You don't need to go into that bomb ever. You can purposely keep on the outer edge of it. On the outer edge, right? And then you can Fan of Knives to stop the cap, and that'll give you enough time to re-vanish. What you want to do is vanish immediately. Most rogues won't expect this. You Fan of Knives, and then you vanish immediately. You use your sprint, and then by that point, you can get away, and then you can hit the person capping with a blind, right? And then at this point, the dumbass rogue is going to be FOKing, but he won't be able to get you because you started the spin at the edge of his bomb, and you've saved your trinket, etc., etc., etc. You shouldn't even have to come out of stealth 9 times out of 10 if you're spinning your node correctly. But yeah, you want a Fan of Knives and then vanish. That's the most efficient, effective way to spin your node. And you'll never get ninja'd on. You'll never be in danger of getting knocked out because you're already preempting the sap by putting them into combat and knocking both of them out. And if you're lucky, you put poisons on them, and you're mitigating the bomb by hitting them through its duration, and you're mitigating their ability to FOK you out by staying on the edge of the bomb and not being in range of their FOK. Is that... you follow? Okay, so that... what if the person that they're capping is just spamming it in a 2v1 situation? Well, this is when you follow up with blind. Just follow up with blind onto the druid.
Can you dodge Fan of Knives?
For example, you can count in your head. He's got 6 seconds to cap again after you hit him. Assuming he starts capping again for 6 seconds, that bomb is already going to fall off, right? So then by the end of that bomb again, you can count, you know, an additional 2 to 3 seconds, and then you can just blind him. And then he has to trinket it, right? Then he has to trinket it. So at that point, what can happen? You're in control of the entire fight, because the rogue is usually going to be FOKing on top of their person. You know, it depends. It depends how desperate they are. But you can come in between the global, and you can usually sap the rogue. Or you can even sap the person capping off the blind. But what the druid's going to need to do is he's going to need to trinket that sap if they want to get it in time. If the druid doesn't trink the sap, then your peeler's already going to be there. And you wouldn't have to have used trinket. All you would need to trade is vanish and blind. That's it. And that's the safest way to hold your node. You're never going to get ninja'd on. So when they come back to your node again, you'll have trinket again. Right? But by putting yourself in the bomb, that's where they want you to be. Because you have to think of bomb as a means by which they obscure the target. Because any dumbass will walk into the bomb and stab someone. Not difficult. Not difficult at all. But it's a means by which they measure. So if you're close enough to sap the guy capping in the bomb, then they are close enough to either Fan of Knives you out or sap you out if they're extremely lucky. Okay? It's geometry. Yeah. They CC you. That's exactly what I'm talking to you about right now. I'm talking to you about not about living. Because it's not about living. I'm a 90, I have 90k HP and I can usually outlast everybody that comes to my node. That's not what we're talking about here. A competent ninja team is going to want to CC the node off you. All the time. They're not going to want to kill you. A competent ninja team will want to CC you. And the way I just described to you is the best way to mitigate that. Right. Right. Correct. Correct. You want to blind the person that's capping the flag after that. Now, blind has a decent range, 15 yards. Not in between globals. Generally speaking, if they are fan, there's still a global in between fan and it hitting you. It probably won't hit you. Now they have to be really, really fast for it to hit you. Like, extremely fast. But no, that's a good observation. So you're kind of seeing the strength as talent, right? Keep in mind, I'm talking about the optimal situation for you versus the optimal situation for the ninja team, right? So this is going to be high-level gameplay versus high-level gameplay. There's a lot of rogues out there that don't know this stuff, and a lot of rogues that won't do this to you. 90% of the teams you fight out there on ladder are never going to double ninja like that. Dude, are you serious?
What?
I pulled this up.
Why?
I just want
Leave me the
to.
fuck alone.
Who?
Sorry about that. No, they've got someone forming. You're fine. Don't worry about it. That's what Astral does. He's in charge of forming. And yeah, I'm here to kind of help you out with rogue stuff, I suppose. So if you want to consider it, sure. Yeah. Sure, give me the rundown. Right. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Because he used his ring or his crane or something like that. If he's crane, then you're gonna have a really hard time capping on the Mistweaver. He's probably pretty decent. Or if he's also, absolutely you can. If he's able to pet attack the crane and summon it and use it on one of you guys before, yes, you will be spun. Well, they trinket, and then they drop the crane, and then the crane will spin the node. And that's how that works. Yeah, you can drop a crane pet. That's fine. Well, most of the time you're not gonna have to deal with that. What probably happened in this case is your druid friend's a mongoloid, and he instead of just doing his job and right-clicking the flag, he took it upon himself to do the CC that you were supposed to do. And at the end of the day, that's what fucked up your ninja, not much else. Yeah, if the druid is trying to clone, I mean, first off, if you guys really wanted to get this node, then you would have like maybe root beamed right off of your blind, and then you guys would have guaranteed got it, or you know, and then helped me, of course. Right. Yeah. That's just bad gameplay all around, not from you, but from your druid. You know, you can't blame yourself for that. You can't blame yourself for another person's stupidity, obviously. That's not your fault at all. It's just gonna be if you're a druid, there's not much more you have to do when the rogue is there. Because you have 3 sequences of CC. You have your non-combat CC, which is sap, that's phase 1. You have your combat CC, and then you have your neutral CC, right? And your neutral CC is going to be blind because it requires either no combat or combat. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. The only what's the word? The only condition for that is that no one breaks your blind, right? So those are your 3 sequences of CC. You always want to try and use them in that order. Yes. Well, if you're a Vendetta spec, then you're gonna need a Vanish to reach cheap, because by the time the kidney's over, right, you don't have Subterfuge anymore. Does that make sense? So yeah, it's fine. Yeah, you can just Vanish cheap. That's not a problem at all. It's an inefficient use of Vanish, of course, but if it guarantees you the node, then absolutely. But you definitely want to start with a sap. Like I said, these are your different phases of CC. You want to start the ninja with a sap whenever possible. And then if that's not possible, then you want to start with your combat CC. And that's going to be basically an MFD kidney. Now, if right. Aura's ring. Correct. That's just the nature of the get better. as fucked up as that is, you just need to get better. I mean, whatever, play on a server with lower MS. I specifically play on realms that only give me to like 10 MS, and even then still sometimes I'm late. But you'll only see really, and that's a good point that you brought up a macro. You'll only see very, very high level monks use a trinket ring macro, because very rarely will teams make their monks actually sit, right? So only high level monks will do this. They will immediately trinket ring with a macro. And usually that's extremely hard to mitigate. There's not much you can do. Now ring is circular, and unless if he lands it directly on top of the node, it'll usually land in an oblong position relative to where your druid is capping. So at that point, it's really up to the druid to find a better position to cap, as you have blinded him, right? And then you can just resap off that blind, and then now we're in the non-combat phase of the CC. So that's why you want to use your CC in that order. You want to stun. See, what you want to do is after the sap, you definitely want to follow up with a stun opposed to a blind. That's just something you can do. Now, you can mitigate that entirely and give yourself some time. Like if you 9 times out of 10 want the node off the monk and you have a druid with you with solar beam, all you want from the druid to do is is you want the guy to basically root beam him when you sap. So the guy's gonna get sapped. You ask your druid, okay, root beam on top of my sap, right? Root beam on top of my sap. That'll spare you an extra global, because at that point he won't be able to Ring of Peace because he's still for a split second going to be in that solar beam. Does that make sense? So that's a 100% guaranteed way to get the node. And then at that point it's not so much on reaction time, it's just you clicking, you know, your blind or your stuns when he trinkets. Okay? I know that's a lot to digest. Oh, I need you in here, by the way. Come join the group. You ready? Okay. Did you type your name to me? Yeah, you did. Alright, tell me when you receive that invite. Should be a second. I'll answer your question in just a second. I'm gonna need you to say it again, but I have to do a quick check-in here. I have to run through some spreadsheets really quick. We sometimes LFG, but that's only if like someone is appearing offline on our B tag and they simply can't like see us in queue, or we can't see them online, and so like it's kind of to pick up stragglers, I guess, on our B tag. We both have really extensive B tags, so if we're in LFG, we just want to make sure that everyone can see that we're queuing and we might need them. Does that make sense? So yeah, that's the only reason we'd ever like actually LFG. Scout as in see who's queuing beforehand? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, absolutely. We do a bit of scouting. We try to make games as painless as possible. Whenever possible. Yeah, DHs legitimately ruin the game. So they were telling the other guy on an EOTS. Did you get sapped out on an EOTS? Yeah, that makes sense. Were you at Mage Tower? Yeah, there you go. It's the yeah. That's the easiest node to get sap capped on. If you there's a certain place you have to actually sit. You need to sit behind the tower itself. Not like exactly behind the tower, but to the side of it. And then they can't see where you are. It just looks like you're not even there. Or you can sit at the bottom of the path, behind the ramp, and then they won't be able to see you. Why did I make like that? Okay, there we go. You don't need to worry about seeing them. Really, the only thing you're worried about at Mage Tower is no, actually, you absolutely should be able to see them from those positions. You see the entire field from that position. But if you're just a rogue worrying about defending its base, then what you mainly want to focus on is seeing the side caps at Mage Tower specifically. Mage Tower is the hardest node to defend in the game, bar none. So you want to basically kind of have your camera panned So that half of it is looking at bridge facing FR, and then the other half is looking towards the side caps and making sure no one is seeing your node. Of course, this is a game where you can have 360-degree view of anything, no matter where you are. So your positioning really shouldn't matter all that much, especially not in those positions. I've been using those for years.
I need to target something first. I need a target. I don't have a target. I need to target something first. I don't have a target. I need a target.
I'll show you them if we get on the outs versus a low team.
I need a target. I need to target something first. I need a target. I need to target something first. I don't have a target. I need a target.
Your order number ended in...
I need to target something.
Okay. Just being sure. Yeah, Astral, what's up?
Okay. We gotta wait a little bit to queue. PK just got out and Rev and stuff's better be out too.
Wow, crazy. It's one of those nights again. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, yo, Fripp.
What's up?
Say hi to my nigga.
Hey, man.
I heard you guys were talking earlier.
Yeah, you
You told my boy some good advice?
yep.
Good shit. Yeah, we're talking about Fan and Ice spec. What's the meta in
Oh, yeah.
RPGs, Frib?
What is it? Hidden blades, flying daggers, prey on the weak. Yeah.
Huge gameplay. Alright. Hey, Belmonts.
Yep.
You've never played a rogue before, right?
Yeah, I've played a rogue right now. 17.
Alright. So, since you play a rogue, what are you supposed to do in RPGs?
So basically, your one job is to like set up the kill. Basically, you're gonna lead the
Shut
offense.
the fuck up.
Basically.
What's the one button you just have to hit?
Oh, just fan and knives if you want.
We're not team
Alright,
team fight?
awesome.
What was the point of that?
Even someone, oh my god. Fuck. Fucking Belmonts. Such a meme. We got an okay comp. I like this. I like Triple Rogue.
Triple Rogue.
I like Autism Cleave. This is fun.
Drooly Boy Cleave.
Drooly Boy Cleave. Triple Drooly Boy Cleave. Now, you mentioned something earlier about System Shock. And that's a really good point to bring up. When you read Flying Daggers, the condition to meet the radius is baseline. There is no condition to meet the radius on Flying Daggers. The condition to meet the 50% damage increase is 3 targets or more. Now, in most RPG situations, you're going to have 3 targets or more around you. In a Gilneas, in a Silver Shard, especially in an EOTS if you're team fighting in middle, and one of us will inevitably be team fighting. I'll probably have you team fight so you can practice it, and you can see how team fighting actually works in that kind of confined environment. But there's another talent choice that you want to take in FC maps. FC maps are weird. Okay. So radius won't really matter with Flying Dagger in an FC map because that doesn't really help you. And the damage bonus, you're very rarely going to be around 3 or more people because you divide FC maps into 2 quadrants, offense and defense. On offense, your only goal, your singular goal, is not to pad on the enemy team, it's just to kill the FC. So while Hidden Blades is still very valuable, because it's on-demand damage and a 400% damage increase, Flying Daggers loses its value because you're never engaging more than 2 targets at a time, and again, you're not meant to be doing damage to everybody, you're just meant to be doing damage to one person. So System Shock is a very, very good talent choice here. So again, there's a lot of conditions to make System Shock good. You need to have your Garrote out. You need to have 5 combo points, meaning you have to use it usually in conjunction with Mark for Death. So you need to Garrote, you need to do your Cheap Shot, you need to do your Toxic Blade, you need to do your Rupture, and then you've met all of your conditions to get a little bit of extra damage on your Envenom, basically. And at the end of the day, it doesn't amount to much, but it's still kind of something, you know? But it's not like a lot, because System Shock recently got a heavy nerf. But with that being said, if you want to use System Shock, you always want to start by using Toxic Blade, you want to use your Garrote, you want to use your Cheap Shot, you want to put out your Rupture at about 3 combo points, and then you want to immediately Mark for Death and then Envenom in that Cheap Shot. And then before the Cheap Shot is over, then you should have gotten your damage out. You'll notice how Prey on the Weak will also modify the damage that the enemy person has taken by 5%. Yes and no. It depends really where you are. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You mean Flying Daggers? There's really nothing better to run than Hidden Blades. Hidden Blades is like the end-all be-all talent in that tree for RPG. Let's be honest with you. There's like Poison Bomb is trash. It has too many conditions to be met. It's not on demand. It's RNG. It's... What do you want? Oh, we need to be up there. But on this map, you can get away with System Shock. That's fine. You'll notice that because they don't have a paladin here, then all of that spread pressure will just work in your favor even more. So if you ever find yourself at a position where there are 3+ enemies, which usually there is, there's going to be about 3 people per node anyway, then yeah, you definitely want to run the Flying Dagger spec here. Okay? So if you look at my build right now, this is the build that I generally run on this map.
Your mission here is simple. Collect every bit of Azerite. Leave nothing for the Alliance.
I think we need to go into call. We'll talk more after this game, okay? Okay, team, that's the plan on that.
Go bot. Try to spend bot.
No. Massa never tipped me, I had to read.
Casper, come to Shipwreck.
Okay, I'm going Shipwreck.
Give us a healer here too.
Yeah, we need to spin it. They're capping.
Wait, no healer went for
Spin the logs, spin the logs.
6, 7, I spent last second.
They...
Oh,
Okay.
I couldn't stop the other one.
Huge gameplay.
I think that's the other one that wasn't even like a part one.
Doesn't matter, doesn't matter.
Almost, don't you have Moonfire?
Yeah,
Oh, okay, just being sure.
I got ringed. I couldn't get it. Get to the new one.
And 2 in the bottom.
They have a lot of people. Birds.
CC Prep, CC. CC off me, Prep, CC off me, Prep.
Yeah, I got you.
I think I get this for free, I think I get this.
Where
You should get it. Nice
Sure,
job.
we got it, we got it.
Trade it.
Made up for the other one. Let's get the bottom ones.
There's one right above us.
Alright, let's go.
Just start going and capping, we'll slow down ones.
Well, weird.
Nah.
Give me one rogue, give me one rogue. A little bit
I don't
closer.
think you need anyone.
No, we're slowing everyone.
We're slowing everything.
I'm gonna blind log. Oh.
Log's coming, log's coming.
I got it.
Oh, no.
Oh, you have to call your blinds.
I'm not capping set.
I don't have anything good.
We need a healer up here. North. Nando, where are you?
I'm sapped here. I need help, I need help, I need help.
They're gonna hit you.
He's capping, he's capping. I have to drink it, I have to drink it. He gets it. You have to spin it, he gets it.
No, I got
Spin,
it.
spin the road,
I'm
spin the
getting
road, Crip.
CC'd.
I
Ananda.
got him, I got it.
Nice,
I got
nice.
it. I'm about to die though.
We need a healer up here.
Kill lock here. Kill lock. I thought we had a kill.
I can't kill you. I'm just spinning it.
Fine. We have one left there. Relax, we'll log.
Actually, fine. Kidneys.
We need another healer, we need a piece up here, we need a piece up here.
I need another healer and another DPS.
Yeah, I'm rezzing in 5 seconds.
I'm pinging where you need to go, kidneys.
I'll go.
Super defensive up here, super defensive. Trying to clone road. Clone road.
You need to watch the drains. I'm training lock. Train lock with me, Belmont.
Yeah.
So Ananda's dead. Ananda died. Do I get a healer soon? Yes, no.
Yes, I'm coming there. I said that.
Another.
Ananda.
Kidneys, can you come with the front to Ben?
We're all dead. You guys are slow.
I'm rezzing, I'm moving.
And you go to the north.
You guys have to watch their DPS. There's like 5 DPS up here. That means you guys are healing. 3 of you are healing. 2 DPS down there.
Right shoulder.
All of their fucking DPS. You guys just keep spinning that.
Okay, whatever.
You guys are still alive. You have a piece there.
We're still spinning then.
Mr. is coming to you guys.
I'm gonna eventually.
Spin kills.
We might get this new. We just killed the monk.
Good. This is map of patience. Whoever's more patient wins.
He's still
Come
not
into
that
that base. I'm coming to you, Fred. Keep spinning. We stabilize.
I'm going north too.
Come.
I can't slow anymore.
Get this.
Okay, let's kill. Let's kill.
Kill monk, I gotta
Let's kill
kill
monk.
monk.
Yes, go, kidney. I'll re-kidney up, okay?
Yeah.
Kidneys, go to the top right bonfire.
Yup, get bubble, it's good.
We're getting spun with doubtful focus. I can't mount.
Locks at 40 stack.
After you drink, come back, John.
We really need to kill this monk, man.
We're just a spin team now. Just stabilize. We're just a spin
Belmonts,
team.
can you fucking do damage?
Belmont, we're the kill team.
I'm
This
fine.
monk is
On this dude.
You guys should have died in the.
Trying to break on him. 50k, kill.
Thank you. Holy fuck, man. Do some stars.
Bro, I had some shit on me. Relax. I had shit.
The Warlock's at 800
Innovate. I haven't played this class in a while too.
Warlock's at 100 stack.
You're a healer over there, right?
Kill
Yes,
this
you
shit.
got fucking killed by.
Peel out, Astral, peel out, Astral, peel out, Ananda, peel out. Watch where the DPS are. Go where the DPS are.
Half cap.
Kill. So you see that guy? We're gonna get spawned.
Just kill. You can't CC on this map.
John, you can probably leave. Or I leave.
Oh, they got him. Kill team is go to the north. Kidneys and a priest. Go to the middle.
Frib, go to where Belmonts is going.
Do we need to be
north.
2 healing that bottom node?
Hey, moron. We just said one of us is leaving, but you don't listen.
I was drinking.
Give me a healer here. That's all. Nice.
Can we
Yeah,
kill
let's
monk
go.
in mid? Can we kill monk in mid?
They knocked me.
Belmont.
Yes,
Where you have
Okay,
to
I'm
drink it
just
out. You have to
spinning
drink
mid.
it.
Ready, Belmont?
Me and Kels are spinning mid, okay? You guys need to kill it top.
If I could person see, they shouldn't be
Yeah,
there.
let's go.
Fuck.
Astral, you shouldn't be
I
here.
got the bottle.
I am on the kill team. Get the your rage for them.
Can you call a
my
target
God.
up there, Astral?
We have 3 rogues and a Burmy.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
let's be in the rogue. Just peel out.
We have one rogue and
One of the ropes is spinning.
Yes.
Yes, I am the rogue that's spinning currently. Me and Kels are
It's
spinning.
like me and Catherine.
Right,
Why
but
did
that's
they
what
get
I'm.
a free base? That's what I'm asking. They just got a free base. They had 200. Now they've.
Yeah, let's go to the bottom one.
People are fucking not doing something.
Did you
right.
not? Do you not
Let's go,
listen?
Okay, just keep
I
going.
got
People that
grip
talk about
knocked
stuff.
and our warrior got MC.
Well, okay. Kill Mr.
I'm still spinning plunge.
Casper, kill Mr.
Let's kill the Demon Hunter.
You
Put
ready?
him on
You wanna
squad.
go?
Yes.
Crib, what are you doing over there?
I have melee wings in the sky.
There's no one over there.
Do it. If you got a stun, just do it.
Okay.
Good.
Let's go.
Look at that. Kill this share, I'm capping. Let's kill this, kill this.
There's another monk coming.
Okay, we switched to him, we switched to them.
Let's go, I kicked him.
Nice.
I have stuns. Do you have damn?
Yeah, big damn.
Yep.
Do it. Kill. This is in crane. You should die in this. Good.
Slow everyone coming in.
I feel like we have too many here.
We do.
No,
But we need to.
There's a priest in the back.
There's a priest here. There's a priest here.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, I can kidney. My kidney.
Healers, you can leave. Healers, you can leave. All along the sun capping.
There's only one healer here.
Monk's here.
Nice job.
Switch mark. Switch mark.
Thank you.
No, we already got it.
Someone needs to go north.
Oh,
Astral,
nice.
you need to go north and spin that.
no.
You're doing it? Okay, blind him.
He's training.
I'm bombing you. I'm bombing you. Oh
Oh,
my
just
god.
let's get this B, Miss Weaver.
Reno is left.
I'm blinding this mod.
Is left gone? What's going on left?
Whichever rogue is the spin rogue needs to be wherever the lock is.
I'm gonna
Astral,
kidney
that's you. Astral, you need to
Kidney
the
monk,
off
kidney
card. Get off a team fight.
You're retarded. I'm on
No,
the kill
the
team.
spin rogue.
Okay, I have. Look at the raid frames. Group 1, Group 2, Group 3. There was a group.
I know. I'm saying the spin rogue needs to be wherever the lock is because he's stringing.
Who's the spinner? Well,
wanna
she's
kill
asking for something. I don't know.
Left is gonna be in huge trouble here, by the
If
way.
you don't know the answer, then don't answer them.
The spin road. I don't know what that is.
Holy
Go.
shit!
Wherever
Look
the
at your
spinner
raid frame.
Someone's got the. Someone's is a down.
Can I get a
but
There's
DPS?
two rogues in quad.
the monk here. The monk here. We need to kill the monk. If you have a dead for this monk, just kill him. Nice. I'll stun out. I'll stun out.
After we get this
now.
top node, we're gonna rotate to the ridge real quick and kill that monk with them.
I'll rotate to your
I got it.
Casper, that was terrible.
I know.
Okay, rotate
I should have
to
said
the
pussy.
Come on, Strip. Go to ridge. I'll rotate to the waterfall. 15 seconds before it spawns.
I'll restun off. Go off.
Spin.
Lock them.
Nice. Good jump.
Can't help you.
But you should be. No, it's good.
I stopped
Kill
it.
them all.
Even though.
Okay, kill the priest.
Yeah.
Kill soul banners.
Okay,
Yeah.
killing priest.
My kidney.
Do it. Get fear. Thank you. I got a restun. Kill.
Locke's leaving.
Been dead
Fine,
on
right?
him. Dead on him.
Job. There's a guy in the bomb capping. Got it.
Second here. Lock's here. Yo, I'll hold that right now.
Stunning rogue.
Nice.
The monk here
Sketch.
now.
Oh, okay. Checks.
There's a monk here.
Let's kill the monk. Kill the monk.
Pass
The
with it.
DPS will die. The DPS will die.
But what? You wanna kick?
No, kidney.
Kidding.
You kidney. I'm stunned.
Okay, I got mine on 5.
You spell my stun.
Okay, my kidney right.
Do it.
Kidney right here.
Big bloom.
I'm capping.
I'm going whatever that thing is to the left of plunge.
Kill the monk here. So let's go.
Yeah, let's kill the other monk here.
Who's stunning him?
Oh,
Me,
shit.
me.
I'm going to the new one.
Spin them. I'll spin. Oh, he does very nice.
There's a rogue at the new one. I don't have tree yet.
Oh, Miss Weaver already
There's
hits.
your Monko.
Hunter.
Monk incoming.
I'm gonna need help with this. No, I need another heal.
Kill the monk.
I get this one. Slowly guy coming in. Get slowly guy coming in. Monk.
I don't have a re, you do it.
You are stunned.
Go.
Stop the monk. No chicken.
Oh, stop him! Stop him! Oh, he doesn't. He
Oh
doesn't.
my god. Oh, we got it.
Oh my god.
You guys should turn around. Frib and Nanda.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna go to you guys, Nanda.
No, we don't need you. There's
No,
only.
stay-
Stop engage, stop engage.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
If you go up there, you won't kill anything. Then we,
Wanna resap off my sap? Go ahead.
we need to be down here.
You
Monk,
can get away
you
with
cap.
drink or no?
I'm just joking. I'm sure.
Maybe.
Monk, you cap.
I think he's gonna sit on you.
Oh, stop. Oh, nice.
Fuck.
You guys need me up there or what?
No, it's yeah, we need you.
Alright.
It's 3-on-3.
Our warrior just
Actually, I'm gonna go to the
I don't
pally.
know what he did, to be honest. But he's very far away from me.
My nigga put on the jetpack.
I don't know what he did, but you left me alone here.
We need another DPS over here at the far one.
Can we kill
Oh,
the
there's two
monk
priests
here?
here. This is boring.
Monk B?
Yeah, we need
Boring. You
more.
get the space. I just put space. I don't have that.
Someone's gonna be coming up here.
I'm sorry. Good.
In line, I think I'm
I'm being killed. They're capping.
I'm gonna you guys in a minute.
I'm at a...
I don't have kidney to this monk right away.
I'm just a grab back. I'm up in 5.
I got kidney in 5 seconds to the monk though.
Yeah.
It's really late. So.
Spin the base for a sec
Yeah,
here.
completely missed.
I'll stun out.
Good.
Oh, I'm trapped. Fuck.
Kill.
I can't. Oh my
still
god,
in,
that
by the way.
fucking thing, man.
It's fine.
Kill
Ah,
lock.
that almost just triggered the fuck.
It's fine, it's
I
not
just
gonna give
yeah.
we kill next to it.
Yeah. Look at this red. Yeah. I'm just gonna
Kidney.
My loading is in 30 seconds.
spin that for a second. Oh god, that's just.
Kill the monk.
You're not die?
Kick them.
Monk is dead. Monk is dead.
Yeah, we just killed him.
Oh, he gripped me out of it!
Oh,
Wow.
just MC.
Build a road.
Wait, we're gonna lose this left now.
What about
I
right
got
now?
this.
Almost.
Yeah, we got it. We get this one.
Good.
I get
Then
this.
I'm going north.
We have to kill quicker. I'm capping.
can maybe...
One.
Fun.
I don't have bomber or anything for you calls. You might get this for free. Yeah.
Oh, there's 3 here. There's 2 and 5.
I got bomb for you, Belmont.
Okay.
Good work. That map is always a clusterfuck.
It's a map of patience. Whoever is more.
Thanks, Yang
I
Yang.
just think 94% of people didn't understand what we were doing.
I still don't understand what you like. I was
He
trying to help you.
split
and then
up
you
the
got it. I
group.
was just like,
He-
give her
no.
a spin reg.
Yeah, like he split up the groups, right? So group 1 was our kill team. Group 2 was like
There's 3 nodes. So
kidney. Yeah. Okay, but listen. Group 2 was kidneys, Ananda, and Kels, and group 3 was me and the warrior. But the warrior can't like indefinitely stop a drain line, so I needed the rogue to be on my team.
Which rogue? The one
Whichever
in group
rogue was
2.
spinning, they like kept switching out. I don't. Sometimes it was Casper.
Does anyone know
sometimes
anything
it was
about
Kidney.
graphics cards?
What do you need to know?
I don't know, I'm thinking about buying them.
They're just really
I
difficult.
can tell you...
You've been talking about graphics cards for like 3 hours, but you haven't asked an actual question about them.
Casper,
Okay, Well,
I
here's
also
my
have one
question.
I can
If I
give
want
you.
to buy like a nice graphics card, what's a
I can
good?
give you one.
I don't
Anything
want
within
yours.
the past 2 years is going to be the same thing, no matter what.
So I should definitely get this Vega 64, right? Is that the
How
move?
much is it?
Just get anything higher than a GTX 950. And you'll never have to replace it for like 2 more years.
I've been using a 760 since MOP.
Yeah, and you should probably walk off a cliff.
I mean, I haven't
Buy
had
a
any
okay,
problems with
holy
this.
shit! Buy a GTX 1050. They're $130.
Yeah,
Really?
I have one of those.
Yes.
Let me see the user benchmarks. 1050 versus
Look.
760.
It's going
Stop
to be a
looking at
huge
benchmarks.
upgrade.
You don't even know what you're looking at. Just buy it. I'm telling you, it's good.
How come I'm telling you I have a graphics card I can literally give you? That
It's
costs
only a
more
+6
than a 1050.
in performance.
You don't even know what you're looking at.
I'm looking at the user benchmarks.
You're like using a.
You're
fucking
looking at a
5-year-old
website that was
graphics
created
card.
by a bunch of 12-year-olds and their gamer dads who are 55.
The 1050 isn't that good.
I mean, it's not that good
You're
compared
retarded.
to like the like 2080 that just came
What
out.
about a 1060 versus
Yeah, compared
760?
to that.
The difference between a 1050 and a 1060 is so goddamn minimal that you wouldn't
Yeah,
even
it's
realize
very
because all you're
small.
doing is playing World of Warcraft.
I upgraded from a 1070 to a 1080 and it was almost no different.
Just say fuck it and get a Titan X.
No, do not do that. It's a
I have a
waste of
Titan.
time.
Like not I don't like how one in my graphics. That's the extra one I have. I have a fucking Titan graphics card. It's a good as fuck card. I'm like trying to give it to Casper and he's like, no.
Cass, we should take that one.
You're a fucking
Anything
moron,
from
Casper.
like 1050 up is fine.
I don't want your card, faggot. It's had faggot hands all over it.
It still has like the thing on it. It's like unopened.
Fucking Gaylord.
Okay, how come
It's like
you
my
ask-
faggot
no, no.
hands haven't been on it, dude.
How come when you ask for help and then I give you legitimate help and I tell you what you're not going to replace for years and you still argue it?
But should I buy the Sapphire Radeon RX Vega 64?
No!
That sounds autistic. Just buy a fucking a GeForce.
Why are you so stuck on that one?
It's a pretty looking card, man. It
You're
looks
not
good.
gonna
It
look
looks
at it.
pretty.
You're not gonna
It
look
looks
at it.
pretty.
It looks good. Look.
Yeah, and you're going to
Does
look at your
it?
monitor, you dumb fuck, not that.
And I'm gonna name it and pet it and take it on walks.
Nice. Enjoy paying an extra $200 for something that
Wait,
is
you're
pretty
looking
much
at
the
a
same as what I linked
$400
to you
graphics
for
card.
140.
Cause muted.
Are you retarded, Casper?
Yes.
Alright.
It's actually not that pretty.
It's really not.
Yeah, there's a lot nicer ones.
It really looks like no different than like the GeForce, except I guess it has like.
It looks like the monolith in 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Good. You can open up your computer at night and look at it. You're like, damn, it's a nice card.
Okay, no one got the reference.
It doesn't have any RGB lights.
Yeah.
You don't put those on your graphics card, you fuck.
Wait, how much? How much are 1080s? How much are
Dip
1080s
fuck.
these days?
1080s? I'm not sure.
How much FPS are you
depends.
getting on your 1080?
How much am I?
I get
I'm talking to Whale.
120.
I'm getting
I get
120
120 on a
in World of
1080.
Warcraft.
Oh, you guys both have 1080s? So you're both getting 120s?
All three of us,
Yes.
yeah.
And wait,
getting
you guys, are you guys all on Ultra everything?
Yes.
Yes, I'm on Ultra. You're not on Ultra, shut up, James.
Yes I am. Do I need to image it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your graphics are always trash when you send me screenshots.
I literally changed them to Ultra.
Oh, okay.
Because you started flaming for that exact reason.
Does the game look better on Ultra? I've never seen it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how graphics card I
Looks
have.
beautiful.
I don't really, like, notice.
There's a huge difference. Wait, what are your graphics on?
My graphics?
Yeah.
Mine's at 1050.
High.
Oh,
My graphics quality is at 7.
yeah, I was gonna say that explains why you always walk out of my darkness, but you have no excuse.
You shouldn't need graphics to realize you have the darkness button.
I mean, I only have my graphics up. I keep mine on like, I guess high. And I turn like a lot of stuff off. I could turn like shadows off and like depth effects. I turn all that shit off.
Chill out, kidney.
Wait, what is a free sync display?
I'm not helping you, Remus.
I feel like you just want an education. Buy anything. Window shop, but not buy anything.
Yeah, exactly.
If that's what you want, you can just say that. Like, I want to learn more about this. Someone explain it to me.
Yo.
Do you know anything about graphics cards, PK?
Casper!
Not especially. Nick gave me this. What, are you deciding on what to buy?
Yeah.
No, he's a window shopping. Don't
And
listen.
Linus Tech Tips doesn't help me.
So go on ueggs.com.
Okay.
That's the end of my advice.
Solid.
I mean, you can sort by whatever you want.
He doesn't know what he wants, that's the problem.
Yeah, but you can sort by different parameters and decide.
No, like, he doesn't understand any of it at all.
This is
Well,
true.
He understands how much money he wants to spend. He understands what kind of games he wants to play.
That still doesn't do anything. When at the end of the day, you're asking, what is the difference between a 1050 and a 1060?
I was actually asking the difference between G-Sync and FreeSync.
You're not going to see a noticeable difference. Wow.
Exactly.
I see.
I'm gonna get Battlefield 5 when it comes out in like 2 days. So then I'll see a difference. But yeah, WoW is like, it's hardly noticeable. I don't even play on high, I play on 5 or 6, I think.
You don't need to play any higher than that. All you need is view distance.
Zaryu has everything turned to minimum, I think.
I mean, he's streaming though. Oh wait, no. What does he have it on?
It's not because he's streaming, it's because he's a minimalist, doesn't need to see more than that.
Oh, I thought you said he had it on high difficulty or
He
high
has
quality.
everything. No, he has everything on lowest, I think, except for
Yeah.
like 2 or 3 things.
Casper plays arena, so like, you don't really need view distance. Everything's right on.
Not if you're sitting behind different pillars on the other side of the map.
Oh, he has everything on lowest except for, I think, particle density, CPC, like smoke bombs and stuff. What's going on? They've been so hyper for like didn't talk for like 5 minutes straight.
I think he's bad at DK you better.
Dude, I mean, you're not about it.
I think he's bad at that.
What was
Like,
that?
no target, and he's like playing it wrong.
Good shit, that's boom, get out of play with. That's just
So
me,
bad.
play.
He's trying to like play single target, but he wasn't playing necrotic strike, so he's doing like hits for like 3k when he would be doing like 12k.
Alright, there we go, okay. He's doing means top damage and fire light eruption, and then late from melee. That's good, right?
Because he was like spamming single target with like his best friend did like he did like 50 best
Yeah,
strings.
yeah, best strings and 100
Right.
100 death throws.
You like if you want to play single target, you like necrotic strike, and then you just take like scorch strike off bar and like spam necrotic.
So his disease damage should be even higher than it is.
Yeah, I mean even like look at the eruption like damage from spells, like the bar hits. You can like spam that and just the eruption does like a lot of damage.
Oh, you're only burst up something, right? You got 40 resist.
Or warrior on your link dedicated because
Yeah, but he was not in that sense fight, man.
I'm the second fight was only like a minute and a half because like we weren't like we took like so long guys, and like we went in and it was like about to be like even with one. So.
Dude, all you did the whole game was follow me around the map, burn me, and then stop.
Yeah. We had all of like so long, I couldn't do anything.
Because your number one damage was your warrior. No, you left number one.
Yeah.
You stole that looking from honestly.
Yeah, that was me. Like that.
Dude, he's such a tard. Yeah, he flat down from lumber mill to the blacksmith and spun us with Star Sergeant was bragging about it for like 10 minutes. Then I come in, I'm like, why didn't you spin with Moonfire or Sunfire? There's travel time. And shut him up.
Pretty game right now.
It doesn't stop.
What's this like 40 soon?
Yeah. It's team. That's something. DD, suspects, ready. They're buildings.
Yeah.
Your buildings are that team. That's it, I think. Oh, no, oops, team stopped, all team stopped. I don't know what he's stopped, I was supposed to just drop now.
We got a game, we got a Bob. Randomly 2200.
Box got scared. Where did Love Breaks go? Hold on.
Okay.
Jen. That's back us listening.
Oh, no one grabs all of them.
A whole lot of Julie boys over here. Let's
Stack on this way.
Yeah, Good, fire.
I think it's push us for this one, so you're ready. He's me. Ball. Good. I know. That's what I did. Pallet.
Just fire right in the back. Flanking it.
Pallet. You're still not level here. That's good.
Build a truck.
Yeah, one all right.
On the rest for a second.
We're all ready for this pallet. Pallet right now. Kill. Pallet. And him. Oh, you got on the
Second one.
Pallet in again. Tell this goes. Ready.
He got one more here.
Okay, already know about that. Grab more. I don't care about that one. Put the pallet before I die, or really just go. Kill the pallet now. You guys haven't let I die. I haven't ordered. Motivation for you. Kill. Grip me. Grip me. Holy fuck, that
I'm calling the monkeys.
Yes.
I'm healing you should just scrub.
Okay, you're a boom motherfucker.
Man.
You know how terrifying it is when you tell me.
Pick it up. Oh, you pick it up.
You want fuck. Good damage, good.
Okay, which way are they going? My body is not fucking leaving a flow by here.
There's a monk coming behind us.
Yeah.
Where?
He's running away now.
Okay,
You push them out, make
it come out
of us.
Look at this monk.
Look at the alley.
Look at the
mage. Running into the mage. Blinded the mage. He's not even sure. Yeah, I want to go.
I died.
Go.
All on me.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Too good.
Oh shit.
What's fire? I'll get blue. There's a mage going there.
I'm dead.
I'm gonna let him pick. We're gonna kill this mage. Come on me. I'll just one-shot him off. Got her. What was in there? Push up, kill the mage.
Good attempt. Okay, mage or the yours, please. Make a mage.
Good, look at this. I'll finish him. Put my mage face. I'm going for this sake. Yeah, forward.
Start reactor. These guys are... They have orbs and shit.
Suspension.
We don't.
But the edge like pushing us again. Okay.
I can't.
Right.
Now I can.
Molly. Nice. Oh, yeah.
I'm not.
Good the edge.
The Adrian.
Thank you.
There's two boomies over here. Can we get picks?
I'm going for purple.
That would be all normal. Everybody needs a pick, by the way. Stealth healers. Rogues, boomies. Rhaegar.
Why am I not in the category? Why am I not in the category? I'll get...
Because autism.
I got blue.
Go kill the priest with the orc.
Mage.
Finish this piece. Kidneys, I'm with you.
You're really bad, actually.
Me?
You're actually just awful at this
I'm
game.
probably good at hard.
Yeah, you're really bad.
Like they won't blink over.
I know why I lose this map now.
Good poppy monkeys. What are you guys doing? Call check it. Fred, watch yourself.
Oh, I have 2 healers.
Currently attempting to fix Astral's meds. But push with me, Monk. Ananda, what the fuck are you doing?
Kill that rogue in the
Would you
back.
run away? Fucking get up here. What are you running away
There's
from?
time for this guy.
Mage of the orb? Kill him.
He's got.
Holy shit.
Almost gonna kill him.
Let's go to our team. Yeah, if you can get him.
Bombing it. Go. Crane him. Crane him, bitch.
That was really good.
I'm gonna cloak out of this.
Let's get back to our team. Get back to our team. Keep on forward. Keep on forward.
Kill the mage for fuck.
Kill the priest, you
sakes.
monkey. It's a fucking. Giving.
Good. Now kill the priest. For some reason, the fucking priest has an orb.
Kill him. Warriors on me.
Okay, now kill the boomy with the orb.
Watch me. Watch me. Watch
Amazing.
bear. Oh, I'm going bear. I'm scared.
I am the real Rhaegar.
Your wind. Dude, a couple
I'm
of
gonna
us.
stun off your stun.
Come at your. Oh my god, nice.
Crazy.
Watch me. Watch me.
She's so good at everything.
Watch me. Watch me. Come,
Kill the
come.
boomy.
Anything? Oh god. I should have still last. I'm pride.
So, Belmont, if you were on death row and you were about to be shot, what would your last words be?
Ah,
I was asking Belmont, but yeah.
Let's finish this game. I'll tell you at the end of the game. Think about it.
Are those your last words? I'll tell you at the end of the game.
Yeah, finish the game.
Furby broke my blind. Wait, I feel like you blinded into my blind and then broke it.
no, I didn't blind.
Something strange happened here.
I still blind.
Grip me.
I reckon.
Listen, I'll let this get close. It's finished. Colony beat me. Colony's priest.
It's like waiting at every.
Can we kill the mage? They have 3 orbs. Can we push it on
Out
them?
of nowhere and kills me.
Yeah, stop trolling. It's actually annoying.
Killed me again.
Stop fucking getting one shot. Push in. Don't die.
Oh,
Get a pyro, I'm just beaming it,
That's
push in.
just the worst age ever.
Watch me, I'm pushed in, I've been calling it.
You guys need to kill these orbs.
Kill the mage.
grabbing the orb. I see the mage nearby though. Man,
Finish the mage, where's our damage?
I'm at all.
Getting
Kill this fucker. Shoot just Nova. Ah, so much damage. Kill, kill, kill. Ollie. Please. Ollie.
Kill the mage.
Currently a
monkey.
100-point game. How about you kill their orbs?
Kill the dude.
What darkness, Jen?
Oh, I'm going to get blue. Never mind.
Kill the warrior.
I'm actually gonna screenshot your VP's Astral after this game.
Don't. I'm gonna have like.
Kill the baby, kill the baby, let's play.
7 pigs.
Fucking awful.
Kill the baby and pick up. Watch us
Jen
roll.
again?
Can you bomb me, boom me?
Ow!
Look at that double bomb. Look at the double bomb. Beam on top. Beam on top.
I got a one
Fucking-
dog. Belmont, I'll
I'm not
get
grabbing
one.
anymore.
That's fine. You weren't grabbing to begin with. You've given them more points than you've gotten from your picks.
I haven't.
Yes. Yeah.
That's probably my pickup.
If
I need help
my
over here.
VPs are from killing too. So like.
I need
Yeah,
help, I need
that's
help,
what
I
I'm
need help.
You're bad.
Never mind, I saw. Oh shit, I fucked up. Watch out, Rogue,
Dyson
watch out.
from
Pull back,
now.
Rogue, pull back,
I
Rogue,
don't know
pull back.
if the fact of like my gear, but
Pull back, Rogue.
I'm not doing it. Really.
Okay, can we push in?
I'm
I'll give you
tapped
an.
out at the GY.
Oh,
Almost at the GY. The rogues that. You guys really don't like me.
Let's kill the overextenders here.
Come to the team fight before I die. Don't let me die, please.
Kill the people in mid, kill the DH in mid. Kill whatever else works in that warrior. Druid's coming in too. Finish the warrior.
Team. Okay, there we go.
Kill the Boomy with the orb in mid with an O. Finish the Boomy, why are you guys not hitting him? Nice.
Watch me, I'm ready.
Finish the mage, then the Boomy.
And if you think of that.
Finish this please. Someone get orange and purple.
I'm going for orange.
Kill the warrior. What are you guys doing?
Stora, let me shadow step.
Kill the warrior. Kill the DH. Okay.
Get ready for purple.
Got an A Boomy. Okay, just switch the other one, switch the other one.
Grab orbs, even healers grab at this point. You get that green?
Yeah, I get it.
I killed purple right here. Someone get ready for purple. Yeah. Create a power from that fucking moron. Kill the purple.
Yo, watch me, watch me,
Boomy,
watch
kill
purple.
purple.
Watch Fred.
Kill purple. Just gonna open on y'all darkness. Come on, where's our purple? Jump into that.
Watch green.
I get orange. Are purple's dead too? Kill the orbs in mid.
You have to get green.
Kill the orbs. If you get an orb, jump in the mid with it. Don't let our orbs die in mid. Get the second one. You get that Belmonts?
Yeah.
Jump mid. Quick. Don't let me fucking die. Jump mid, Belmonts. Quickly. Dude, one more tick to some matches.
Watch me, barking.
Dude.
Oh,
You guys are fucking garbage, man. This is fucking shit. Fucking tying 2300 teams, you guys are fucking shit.
Just fucking ran at me all game.
Hey, team.
Hey.
So Astral, you're shit. Rhaegar, you're shit. Let's see who else I can call shit.
Why am I
here.
shit?
You just don't pick.
We have no fucking damage. We have no fucking damage.
It
period.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All you need to do is pick, dude. You're too concerned about doing damage, and no one.
I did pick. I picked up
No,
like
you
3,
didn't.
4 orbs. How
You
many victory
didn't.
points did I have?
Not
How many
enough.
victory points did I have? You don't even know.
Not
No,
enough.
the team's fried. You're blaming me for that? Yeah, fuck that. The team's actually fried as fuck. We have 4
play-
melee and none of them are on the track. Like, nothing's dying.
Crazy. Can you link VPs for that game? Let's see VPs for that game. I'll tell you why that was a tie. Because none of you motherfuckers pick. That's it. That's the bottom line. None of you DPS pick.
They were just running at me.
Okay,
One
that's not
point,
an
the
excuse. That's
the
literally
rogue
not
came-
even a good excuse.
The
You
rogue
died
came
with
to
an
the
orb,
two
you
line.
died without an orb, you're literally bad.
The rogue literally came out.
You're
to the two line
literally
at that
bad.
point and
You are
killed me.
actually the worst DH I've ever
Just
played with.
running at me. You got out damaged by their disbreeze.
Because I was the only one picking, dumb fuck.
What were victory points?
Me and Frib are your top VPs, and we're
What was it?
rogues.
Can you link it? I actually want to know. I'm
Just
very
ran at me. I would die
confused.
instantly.
Damage wasn't even an issue. It's retarded.
Link the screenshot. I want to see. I just want to. I didn't pick that much, but something was very wrong on that map.
Yeah, you not picking.
Oh, there's more to it than that. That's what
No, there's nothing more to it than that. We literally wiped them the entire time, and we didn't pick.
Every time we wiped them, after that, like, just random shit would happen.
Yeah, you not picking.
No, more than that. I did pick. What was my victory points?
Link. I don't know, I logged out. Link.
I logged out too.
Okay then. Guess we're at a impasse.
How do you link victory points? I'll see it in my custom.
Log back in, Shitgar. Come, pad some more. Don't play the objective. All objective for you.
I still feel like I got like 200 victory. Did all.
Literally none of you picked.
So why are you only blaming me? The whole team is fried. Like, I'm fried, but the whole team's fried.
You just aren't picking enough. Their Disc Priest had more VPs than you.
Wait, is there a screenshot?
Why would I screenshot that? You're in it.
Oh, I want to know. What do you mean the disc preset?
You are bad. Log back in.
Are you guys gonna talk and shit? I don't want to play with a muted retard team that just flops every time we wipe the team. Just randomly go in.
Flops? Nobody died. Literally nobody died. We had 8 people alive on the field the entire time. The reason we lost is because none of you know how to pick orbs. Ananda, at the end of the game, when we're trying to kill, you can go pick an orb too, dumb fuck. Literally any of you can go get an orb. Any of you. Kidney, you can pick an orb. Okay? Whale, you can go get an orb, which you did actually. Isn't that hilarious? Our warrior's the one person picking up when we need to pick up most.
At the end, Kenny's
disgusting. Right, why is he dead, team? Explain to me. Yes, everybody could have made a concerted effort to try and pick up more. That is why that game was a tie. You know how many, I can count how many ties I've had in Temple on like one finger. And then I can count how many ties I've had in Temple while we're wiping them on none. It's simply because you don't know how to right-click the orb. When your rogues have higher VPs than your DH, you lose. When your Belmont has no fucking picks at all, you lose.
What do you mean? I had 3 picks. At least.
And what did that amount to relative to your deaths? You deduct your deaths from the overall amount of VPs you got. Astral, you had a net like 100 points from the 7 orbs you picked during that entire game. Because you're bad. You're picking up when there's DPS around you instead of waiting.
No, it'd be like 1 DPS. It'd be like a mage. Or
Oh, you're
something.
dying to 1 DPS. That's not helping your case.
You're around me. They would like pounce up and come over to me.
That's you're just shit. If I had Ray on DH, I would have won that game. In the words of Dippin.
If we did more than Dispriest damage, we'd have won that game too.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. If I could rely on my teammates to pick up more, then I would have done more than Dispriest damage. But instead, I have to run around the map the entire game with a fucking orb to make up for your lack of VPs.
I have.
Hence, not doing any damage.
I saw damage to you.
And you had no VPs because of it.
Anytime I had an aura, I wasn't doing damage, but I'd still die. I try to avoid the team fight because I know I'd die anyway. And I just die anyway. Regardless.
You literally picked up, and every single time you picked up in the wrong spot, and then you died.
No, there's times where like I'd grab, we'd have everyone alive, 10 people alive. They'd have 4 people dead.
Are we continuing, or am I just gonna go ally because this is
And
boring?
increase, and I would die.
This is really boring. Are you guys logging back in or what? Ananda, are you done? Because like you're partially the reason we lost that too. It's so funny how like all the people that contributed to the loss are all the people that are offline right now. Hilarious. Astral, you should log out too. Fucking hilarious.
Every time you move out, I mean, even bailing drops are very possible on a map like this, where you already have speed overlords. So,
well, one of the good things I will say here for Mana, like that attack didn't do anything, and he did end up losing 4 Zealots for free, but in that time he secured the 3rd, it hasn't been poked at all, and only now is Cyril saturating that 4th base. Like, otherwise he's good, but 4 base to 3 is okay for Mana. It's not like it's 5 base, he held off a big attack, and Mana has no tech coming up. With Storm, a 2nd Robo, a healthy 3, Mana's got the tools to make an army here.
Yeah. Some of the Zergs would get hyper-aggressive with Hydra Bane and try to just run into the Protoss. It seems like Cyril's taking the opposite approaches. Like, nah, this is a very large map. I think it would be very hard. I think it's smart that Mana's going up to 4 bases relatively quick, because this is a long map, and if Cyril does want to run into your Archons, Immortals, Shield Batteries, Storms, well, let him try it.
Yeah.
But Cyril's actually tacking up already, so obviously Mana going up to 4 bases as quick as he does is
Really
the right
good.
call here.
And no Lurker Den, right? Did I miss that?
No, there's no Lurker Den yet.
No Lurker Den. So, like, this army is okay, but it's not going to go anywhere. It's just going to defend until Broodlords come out, which is a pretty long period of time. So I really feel like that 4th base should be able to be established. And in that time, if Mana can get the information that he's about to face Broodlords,
Fleet Beacon.
it gets really good for him.
Yep. Obviously, you want to get a Fleet Beacon then. Tempest are fantastic against Broodlords, but
Nice, sees the hive.
you can even go Carriers. He has an Observer there, but yeah, if you have your Observer in the main,
He has to think it's Broodlord, though, right? It's not,
Yeah,
he's
of
not worried
course.
about Ultra with this comp.
no, not with double Robo. That would be shocking. I mean, you have to worry about the Vipers as well, though. Even just Hydra Bane, if they abduct a couple of your Archons. Of course, he does have High Templars, and he can always lend feedbacks. Now, Adrenal Glands being researched. The first Banelings are going to morph as well. As Mana moves forward, a little bit of an almost anti-timing, maybe trying to hit before Brood Lords, but Sero has a strong economy.
There's got to be more than that.
And fighting on creep is very dangerous.
Where is the rest of his army? What am I looking at right now?
Maybe he's trying to pick up a couple of creep doors.
Where is the rest of this man's army? Okay. Whoa. It is an anti-push time. He goes out on the creep, but it's just he's flirting with so much danger. I got a little bit nervous there.
I wonder if he actually saw that the hive is done already.
Oh, don't lose the Oracle for free. Okay, get your army together. So he's poked the bear, right? Like, Sterile, I don't think was looking for a fight, but he might come up for one.
Couple of very juicy storms here by Mana to start off this battle. And that should obviously give him a lot of courage here. Look at these Hydras. They've been taking a little bit of a beating. Still a few more storms available. This is actually going very good so far for our Protoss, Jeff.
Not bad. Good force fields here going to zone off this army. Supplies closing on each other. In fact, army is separated by just one supply.
Come on, man, I got a fleet beacon.
He's not seeing Corruptors come out just yet. There are some queued up here.
He's building 3 Immortals at a time.
Yeah.
But he's going to go up against Brood Lords, like you said.
He does have Blink finishing, though. That's a good sign here, right? Like, a lot of Protoss would kind of skip that. But with the Hive, he knows that it's a possibility he could face Brood Lords.
How many High Templars do we currently have out on the map? 6, a couple of defenses, so you should still have a couple of storms to work with. I still find it very scary to step on creep. I think he has a Prism, maybe.
He's got Blink, okay. Does get away from that. Bane is going to shave off. They get caught going for the mineral line and actually hit the next. A rare mistake there. So much time being bought by Sterile, though, by the way. That's kind of what's happening here.
He's faking it, right? Yeah. Like, he's like, I'm ready to attack any moment now with Hydra Bane.
Look out, here I come.
Yep, and actually it's his Brood Lords, and Brood Lords are going to have a really good time against Archon Immortal. Now, you did mention Blink is done.
And a Warp Prism, 12 o'clock.
Yeah, he's actually maxed out. He's going to be annoying with Zealots, so Mana is going to strike back here for the first time on the top side. Moving forward as well. One of these Brood Lords is going to get sniped.
Brood Lord's exposed. Storm's going to zone that Zerg army. Another Brood Lord trying to morph in here, but it's just simply not enough. The Observer does die in the background, but without Lurkers, I don't think that's a huge concern. He's got a good anchoring down here. A lot of the storms are gone, but if he loses his army, that's really bad for Protoss. Now, some pretty good harass here up at 12 o'clock, but Cyril is zoning in. He's coming in.
Well, Mana has actually done a fantastic job. He picked up 4 Brood Lords. Now, Cyril is coming in from all angles, and I don't think there are too many storms more available, but Archons and Immortals are very strong. A Guardian Shield still as well. That one Brood Lord is putting in work, but his hatchery will go down.
No, it's just the last shot. It does die. The harass gets cleaned up at 12 o'clock. Cyril just barely ahead in supply. They're equal in workers. He's actually down 1 supply in army. This couldn't be more even. Now, with the Brood Lords out there, ideally you want Stargate. You can't get it done with Stalkers.
That's a painful one. Oh my god, he had so much energy on those 2 High Templars as well. They were maxed out on energy, by the way, so you could have had double storm on both of them.
All right.
That's a nice pickup. A small mistake there by Sarah as well, morphing those brutes a little too exposed. One of them got picked up before it was done, the other one died because it was too far forward. Archons are not supposed to be the counter to Brood Lords, guys.
And he gave up that territory, too. He backed out of there to give them the Brood Lords in that space. Now, Mana's pushing towards his 5th base here as well. If he's allowed to get that, he'll be on equal-ish bases, but actually really scary, Roddy, expanding towards the Zerg. They're neighbors now.
Yep, and that's obviously nice if you play Brood Lords. Now, this is a very large map, so that means that Warp Prism on the top side of the map could potentially be devastating. If Mana keeps this strong economy that he has, if you start warping in 10 Zealots at a time, every time Cero wants to attack you, you're gonna need a wall of Spine Crawlers there if you're Cero. The only thing I'm so shocked is that Mana really wants to win this game with Immortal Archon. And he knows Brood Lords are out, but he's like, nope, Storm Immortal Archon Blink Stalker. Now, is it possible?
And it's the right call.
Absolutely. Wouldn't you like to see a Fleet Beacon?
No, I don't disagree with you there. I'm just saying there's not that many Brood Lords. So actually, if he does spend money going towards Stargate and Tempest, maybe that's what cuts into his army.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, as you say that, though, if it gets up to like 10 Brood Lords, I don't care if you have Blink Stalkers, you're not going to win that fight.
4 more are morphing as Cero is dancing. He's playing a risky game there. He's going to try to counterattack. I like how Mana left camp, but plenty of units behind. That's a nice storm as well to keep that Immortal safe. This attack does absolutely nothing for Cero other than a couple of Zealots. Mana wants to move forward. We've got Infestus out as well, though. Forward Blink. He's going to try to pick up a couple of these Brood Lords. He gets the first one. The other one is very low on HP as well.
And now this base is under harassment as well. Mana pushing forward. He has another Blink. The Zerg army's just not here. Fungal's not a good answer for this. Infestator's going down, but that too is just not going to be enough mana. Pushing forward, he's up 70 supply. JG's called and Cyril taps out. this best of 7.
Mana takes game number 2 here on 16-bit. Did not want to transition, kept the momentum of his economy, kept the momentum of all those gates. And he's like, I know I did a lot of economic damage. I can get the job done here with Stalkers, with Archons, with Immortals. Jeff, what are we watching?
I mean, he's kind of famous for his stairs, and I gotta tell you, he did not blink in that game. To your point, if he starts freaking out about Brood Lords and starts changing up his tech, he doesn't have the beefy army right there to jump on Cyril. Cyril had the right idea, counter-attacking, trying to keep the Protoss back. If he builds that Brood Lord army up, if those infestors get that energy, the analysis of Stalkers are okay goes down the garbage chute. It becomes the worst thing you've ever seen. They're fungled, they're held in position, they blink forward to a bunch of Hydras, they just die. But in this scenario, Mana made the right choices, and it was Cyril who was making mistakes because of those right choices.
I think what Mana did very well in this game is that he didn't throw away too many units. It wasn't just like wave after wave of Zealots that were not achieving anything. It seemed like he was